Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. Have you heard about it? Foxconn, the big company that makes iPhones for Apple, has not been doing well in India recently. Foreign media say that Terry Gou really miscalculated this time. Although people don't understand the twists and turns of those big companies, they can see some clues. Let's talk about this today. Speaking of Foxconn, it is a big global electronics OEM. It used to build many factories in China and solve the employment problems of many people. But in recent years, Apple said that it would reduce its dependence on our mainland and transfer its production capacity to India and Southeast Asia. Foxconn, as Apple's royal OEM, naturally had to follow the big guys' pace, so it began to invest heavily in building factories in India. Terry Gou, the CEO of Foxconn, was full of confidence in the Indian market at the beginning. He thought that India had a large population, cheap labor, and great market potential, and he would definitely make a lot of money. So Foxconn invested hundreds of billions of dollars in India and built several large factories. Terry Gou also made a bold statement that he would transfer the production capacity of mainland factories worth $300 billion to India. But what is the result? Oh, it's hard to describe. The Indian market is not such an easy bone to chew. Although the population is large, the quality of the labor force is far worse than that of China. The supply chain in India is also imperfect, and the yield rate is frighteningly low. The quality of the iPhones produced by Foxconn's factories in India is hard to describe, and it does not meet Apple's requirements at all. That's not all. The business environment in India is also notoriously poor, and it is nicknamed Foreign Enterprise Graveyard by foreign companies. Many big companies have suffered a lot in India. Google, Amazon, Xiaomi and other big guys have all fallen. Foxconn has not been spared. Recently, there was a big news that the Indian consortium Tata poached a core technical team of Foxconn in India. This is the lifeblood of Foxconn. Without these technical talents, how can Foxconn's factories in India operate? This Tata obviously wants to take action against Foxconn, and it is estimated that it wants to acquire Foxconn's factory in India. This time, Terry Gou was panicked. He thought India was a good place to pan for gold, but what happened? The money was invested, the production capacity was transferred, but the result was that he lost both the wife and the army. Now Apple can't stand it anymore, and says that it will return the iPhone 16 orders to the mainland and let domestic foundries such as BYD take over. Seeing this, Foxconn also quickly began to retreat. They established a new energy vehicle company in Zhengzhou, Henan, and co-founded a green energy industry management company with Suway Capital to expand the green energy market in the mainland. Terry Gou also said, "We are not returning to the mainland, because we have not left the mainland at all." Why does this sound so familiar? Isn't it a bit like those children who ran away from home, couldn't make it outside, and ran back home in shame? But then again, it's not that easy for Foxconn to return to the mainland market. Domestic OEMs such as BYD are now in the limelight. They have advanced technology, efficient management, and low costs. Apple is now beginning to marginalize Foxconn. Foxconn has really shot itself in the foot this time. When Foxconn built factories in China before, it was really glorious. It solved the employment problems of many people and brought a great boost to the local economy. But now, it left without saying anything, leaving a mess behind. But then again, this also reminds us, we can't just rely on these foreign companies to boost the economy. We have to develop core technologies and cultivate our own brands. Only in this way can we be invincible in future competition. Let's talk about the Indian market. Although it has great potential, it also has great risks. Those big companies should think carefully before deciding to invest. Don't just rush in just because they have a large population and a large market. What's the result? Maybe you don't make money, but you get into trouble. Therefore, people should still be down to earth and not always think about the good things that fall from the sky. We can just watch the excitement of the decisions made by those big companies, and the key is to live our own lives well. Finally, I hope Foxconn can learn a lesson this time and stop messing around. Our mainland market still welcomes those sincere and capable companies to invest. As long as you cooperate with us sincerely, people will definitely welcome you with both hands. This matter is quite interesting to talk about. You see these big companies, each one is very smart, but sometimes they will be confused. Just like Foxconn's investment in India this time, it is obvious that it did not see the situation clearly, and as a result, it fell into a big fall. Therefore, we still have to keep a clear mind at all times and not be confused by those superficial glamours. Let's talk about the Indian market. In fact, the Indian market has great potential, with a large population, a wide market, and great consumption potential. But why do those big companies not do well after going there? In the final analysis, it is still the same old problems: imperfect infrastructure, imperfect laws and regulations, poor business environment, etc. These problems cannot be solved overnight. Therefore, those big companies that want to go to India to seek gold should carefully consider whether they have the strength and patience to deal with these challenges. Of course, we cannot deny all the companies that go to India to invest. After all, there are still some companies that have succeeded in India. These companies usually have strong adaptability, flexible market strategies, and deep localization experience. Therefore, for those companies that want to go to India to seek gold, learning more from these successful experiences is the kingly way. In short, the fact that Foxconn encountered obstacles in investing in India reminds people, be cautious about investing. Don't just rush in just because they have a large population and a large market. What's the result? Maybe you don't make money and get into trouble. Therefore, we still have to live our own lives down to earth.